Well, hello there. Welcome to another little episode of MacGyver's Workshop. And today is the day I've been dreading. I've been trying to do everything else that I can possibly do ahead of it, but today it's time to sand drywall. Stay tuned. When you're using the vacuum to get the drywall dust off of that sander tool, it clogs up pretty quick. So to keep progress going, I got a dual pack of filters, so we can swap it out and he can work while I clean this, because this will take a bit. Yeah, a lot of dust. Helps that the wind's blowing that way.
Wow.
That is a lot of dust. But hey, that it's not near as bad as what I thought it would be.
Inside?
Inside, yeah. I mean, it's you figure it'd be like a hanging haze in there, but
That power sander was a good idea.
oh god, yeah. Okay,
Thank Mino for thinking.
It
Oh, okay.
originally, and yeah, that's
Yeah, Mino mentioned it yesterday. I'm glad we got it.
oh yeah, that thing's a bomb. We're in there now working on the master bedroom, and
Has he already sanded everything else?
pretty much we got the pantry yet, and then Mino's going behind, you know, finishing up the other mudding that we didn't get last time. So, but yeah, whew. Hey there. Now, I was going to show you the. I said I was going to show in a little more detail the windows and how we were. Instead of doing trim around them, it seems like the thing now is you drywall and you mud around the walls. It makes a more like a cleaner, sanitary look. And half the time it's hiding behind curtains anyway, so the trim doesn't. You don't see nothing. So let's have a look. So what you have is you have a piece of vinyl corner bead that gets screwed down onto your corner, and then the blade of the trowel, when they put the mud on, goes from here, which sticks out a little bit, so that when you put your trowel on and do the mud, it makes it a nice taper from here out. And of course, this is the first coat of mud, you know, so we got some imperfections there, but Pepe just got finished sanding his first coat. Just kind of looking at it, and then you skim coat a little bit in here and smooth it out, and it just makes a real pretty look. It's just real smooth and clean, and looks really nice. So then we got sanding on the first coat here a little bit. It looks like the tape lifted a little bit, so we're gonna have to throw another coat on there, spread it out real wide, hide that tape. But all in all, come out pretty good. So I have no complaints. And we got the bathroom in here, which that still has to be mudded. But you see where I was working on the shower. And this is 4 feet wide, about 6 feet deep. And then the shower, the actual shower bit, will come out from a pipe there and go across and have 2 big shower heads hanging down. And you can be in there and be nice and roomy. One thing I hated growing up, I was always a big tall guy, and you're always banging yourself up against the wall of the bathtub. And another neat little thing I did was I put the valve over here, so when you turn the water on, you don't get frozen for the water until it gets hot. So all my thin set had a couple of days to set up and dry real good, and then I got a modified silane polymer kind of adhesive sealer that goes in around this, and then we'll put the Red Guard membrane over it all, and that way it'll be completely sealed from any water getting through down to the floor. I guess in between time helping the fellas out in there, I'll go ahead and unbox my probably about 1.5 year old tile saw now. I bought it back at Harbor Freight when it was marked down and on sale, and then I had like a 20% off coupon, so I ended up getting it for like 70% off or something. So let's have a look at it. Okay, so this is the first time going into this, so if there's anything missing, I'm screwed, because I bought it like 1.5 years ago, but hey, that's life. So this thing is the big Chuck Norris version that's supposed to cut up the 24-inch tile, which is good, seeing as how we're using 12 by 24-inch tile. The instructions. Got a bit of a breeze going here today, which is good. The weather's beautiful. Nice some stuff there and here. There she be. This is a wet tile cutting saw. It uses a diamond blade. I'll show it to you over here. You always want to use a diamond blade that doesn't have any notches in it. So it's better for tile, so it won't crack it, make a smoother cut. So, and then of course, it's a wet blade, so you have to have plenty of water on it to keep it cool. All right, so we've got our tile saw set up here, and working on cutting the pieces for the shower floor in there. And you always want to make sure you've got everything set and laid as far as to how the tile is going to go before you mix the thin set up. Thankfully I didn't make that mistake, but you know, looking at the contour of the shower floor, the way it's sloped, and the fact that it's so large, I knew there was going to be some complex looking pieces in there. So that's what I'm working with now. And of course we have our tile, which kind of complicates it a little worse, is that it's 12 by 24 inch tile. Kind of looks like Italian marble. And as a matter of fact, that's actually what the thing is. It's Marazzi, Italian design and craftsmanship, and it's called Calcutta marble, and it's pretty interesting, really neat color. And the other thing too, when I'm working with this tile and I'm cutting these crazy little pieces out, is, you know, you have to look at the pieces and pick out the one that's got the right kind of marbling in it, so that you don't end up with all white pieces or all marbled pieces. So anyway, so I'll let you watch me cut a piece here and see how the tile saw works. Man, it is awesome. Okay, so I've got to cut a piece that's 6 5/8, and thankfully I got the Chuck Norris version of this saw, so that it will cut, you know, a 24-inch piece. So glad I did that, because the only reason I bought this originally is because this is the one that was on sale, and I would have gotten the smaller one, not thinking that I'd be using 12 by 24 tiles. So here we go. As you see, obviously this is a wet saw, so it has a trough of water underneath, and it keeps that diamond blade cool and keeps the tile cool while you're cutting it. And this is porcelain tile we're using, so it's really the best for a shower, because it's not porous like regular clay tile or ceramic tile is. Well, I guess they're all technically porous to some degree, but they're porcelain tile is like the least porous of them all. It's just so barely porous it's insignificant. So, and there you go. I can't see myself here, so let me get here. There we go. You can see the nice edge that it cut on the tile. And also, as I was cutting it, you know, or decided which piece of this I was going to have for the cut, you know, I'm also looking at the, as I said, the marbling and the design on the tile. So all that factors into it, and I don't want you to think I'm sounding like some kind of pro tile guy, because I'm really not. I'm learning this as I go, but, you know, yay YouTube. So, and plus my son-in-law, you know, he works in a lot of the construction and remodeling and all that, so he knows a lot about this. He's been a huge help. So anyway, and here in a little bit you'll get to see the fruits of my labor. So here's some of the cuts I had to make to accommodate the contours of the shower pan here. It slopes down in from there, and then from there to there. And then this whole thing here is sloped gradually from back about here, well, all the way really. And then this is sloped down, you know, kind of at an angle, coming across to about here, and then coming across like that. So it's going to be kind of a interesting way I'm going to have to figure out how to make these cuts. I don't want it to look somewhat symmetrical, but yet not too complicated where it gives you vertigo when you walk in there. But anyhow, so that's where I'm at. Okay, so we got all the first coat sanded today, and then started laying down the second coat. Say we got a good part of the living room walls done, and then we'll have to do the ceilings and all that with the second coat. So it's coming along slowly but sure. I'm real happy with it. It's looking really, really good. And we wouldn't have been able to get anywhere near this close without son of Almino's help and his friends. Because this is a lot of work. And anyway, that's it for me today. So stay tuned until next time.